Why are people saying that the Tesla Model X needs a refresh? Now, I think they should use different terminology. If you wanted to have a remodel, right? You want it to look completely different, that's one thing. But refresh means exactly what it sounds like. You know, some touch-ups here and there. And I actually think that this new refreshed model, and this one is a 2025, there's a lot of big changes in it versus this old one. We had a 2020. And once you step up to the newer refreshed models, you'll see there are huge differences. And that body style, I mean, it is what it is. They made very tiny changes. If you look down here, of course, that little grill, the little, what do you call it? Fog light is a little different, right? And this looks cool, but that doesn't look bad at all. The grill, you know, there's chrome all over this one. There's no chrome on this, and you could always do a chrome delete. The wheel colors are different, but we powder coated our other ones to make it black just like those. I mean, if you look at the exterior, yes, they look very similar. Here it is from the side. And again, that chrome is a preference thing, and it is an older style, but you know, everything comes back. But why can't the Model X keep this shape? Why can't they keep this styling? Like, let's say something like a G-Wagon that looks the same, always looks the same. I mean, that's just this iconic, classic look. I don't know, this looks dope to me. It looks beautiful. I like the style of it. Yeah, they can change it a little bit, but I mean, with that spoiler, I mean, they just look cool. And I don't know if it's a big deal to change it that much where people are like, we need it, we need it, we need it, like they're talking about on the Model S. Another change, and this is the charge port right here. That's cool, it's like a little tail light, but on this, it's a lot bigger. This whole section comes up and opens up. A little thing, but a big thing, right? Not that big of a deal. But again, the exteriors are just about the same. And honestly, you can make this one look pretty close to this one. But again, to the naked eye, to you, to me, to most people, that's not what really matters. What really matters is they didn't get rid of that huge windshield. that's iconic, beautiful. They didn't get rid of the falcon wing doors. Iconic, beautiful. But where it really matters is the interior. Doors open the same way, and yeah, this is that classic walnut interior that, you know, we had for a long time. And after coming from this, then going to this, then coming back to this, I was like, oh man, this does feel old. But let's talk about how and why. Now I'm gonna be burning up, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off, but I'm gonna crack these windows for a little bit. So the biggest thing you'll notice is stalks galore. Look at that. Boo, 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 boo. We got a gear stalk here. We got a signal stalk here with the windshield wiper. We got a cruise control stalk here, and I forgot what that is, lights? Oh, the control to move the steering wheel around. Super old school, right? So that's the first thing you notice when it's right in front of you. And the other thing you notice is this huge vertical screen. Now, this style, the wood is classy and classic. But that wood does look kind of cool. But we have a glove box button here. Hazard lights here. Down here, this has changed a little bit. Rear under screen storage. And I actually like this huge open area here because you can move these around, and then I can actually fit my hydro flask in here. It fits right there, boom. I actually like this style. Wireless chargers that came after 2020, but excuse me, wireless charger one. Cup holders here, and again, you could have bigger cups here. So this is a different style, right? It looks similar, but it looks old and outdated. Even here on the door, you know, lots of buttons. Control the mirrors, And this is something that most cars had anyway. Mirror controls, steering wheel controls, gear stalks, signal stalks. I mean, this is normal. But let's take a look at the refreshed. And of course, we'll talk more about the screen a little bit later, but old hardware. And you can upgrade hardware. It's a little harder. Sometimes it's limited on how high you can go. But let's just see the hardware on this one. All right, this is hardware 3. So it's not that old, honestly. But let's take a look at what we got going on over here. Already, it looks more luxurious. It feels more luxurious. It feels more modern, right? As you walk in, first thing you notice is that it's hot. And you gotta roll down these windows and turn off the AC. So the first thing you notice is now we got a landscape orientation for the screen, more modern. And honestly, I used to like that old vertical screen for maps, but this you can do way more with it. And it's huge. I think it's 17 inches, the second largest screen size. You look here, no stalks at all. Well, how do you change gears? Well, you press buttons here, modern. Some people like it, some people don't. I actually like it, or I got used to it, I don't know. But I think I like it. So how do you configure where your steering wheel is? Oh, no stalks on the screen. How do you set your side mirrors? On the screen. And here's why that's a good idea, because how many times do you do that? How often do you do that? Why do you need dedicated buttons to do that? If you do it one time, a couple times, maybe adjust it here and there every once in a while, you don't need to always have access to that. Now the gear stalk, the lane change stalks, of course, you use that a lot, but this is pretty convenient too, and I've gotten used to that. I will admit though, these aren't actual buttons, and that's kind of annoying. You know, you get a vibration feedback, that haptic feedback that's all right. It's hit and miss, but it's still, you know, better than having these big stalks here, in my opinion. So all I have is window controls and the door to open the door and close it. Now we have 2 wireless chargers here finally. No rear underscreen storage. This screen can actually turn. You can tilt it out, you can tilt it in, but I love how clean it is. This is hardware 4. Nice cameras as well. Big canvas here. How do I open that glove? There's no button. You go here, bam, and then you go to glove box. Wow, there it is. So they modernized this one a lot. A lot. Big difference. Now we got 2 cup holders here, but we don't have that huge open canvas. I mean, I could squeeze my hydro flask in here, but it's kind of like banging. It's just not, it's clunky, right? And I mean, it works, but not as nicely as it does over there. And also, what we didn't have over there, we got more storage right here. So they did modernize the interior a lot. Oh, we got a camera inside. You might like that, you might not like it. I'll tell you what, with the camera on and full self driving's on, you can take your hands off and you could just look forward in that one, and you constantly just need to, you know, move the wheel around because you get that steering wheel nag. But you actually could text, you could fall asleep for a hot second. I mean, it's not as safe, but you could do more. And I'm not recommending that, but I'm saying having this camera is perfect because you could really go a whole drive without touching the wheel at all. So very modern. These haven't changed. But when you're in the car, that's when it really matters. That's the biggest difference. And I feel like when I'm in here, I'm in a new vehicle. I'm in a modern vehicle. It still has the wood, right, to give it that classy feel. It still has 2 screens. They didn't take that away. But I do feel like this is a big upgrade over the old model. I don't know how. I mean, it's always good to get updates and get remodels that, you know, will get people excited to get it. And I know these Model X's don't sell very well. They don't sell as much as the Y and the 3, but they aren't for everyone, right? This is for a person who wants a luxurious ride, who doesn't mind spending money for the experience, the full experience. You know, you can, of course, get a Model Y for much less money, but I don't know. It's a different experience riding here in this adaptive suspension, the air suspension. It's a comfortable, smooth ride. The sound system is amazing. And I mean, a new model would be great, but this one is great too. I hope they don't change the body though. I hope they keep the body just, you know, classy, keep it iconic, the Model X, or they might do something to make, you know, to sell more. Honestly, there aren't a crazy number of people buying G-Wagons, and this is the second time I'm comparing this to a G-Wagon. But oh, and of course the new one has a rear screen. That one doesn't. So overall, this does feel a lot better. But why can't Tesla? They did say that this was Elon's Fabergé egg, and why can't it be? You know, do you need this to succeed? Do you need this to do well? Of course, you want all your models to sell well, but why can't this be the one that, you know, just is not for everyone? And I don't think we need a refresh. And it's not just because I bought this one recently and I'm like, dang, they gonna do me like that. No selfish reasons, but I really do love the Model X the way it is now. I love that last one until I got in this one. I was like, dang, Gina, I need to see what's up. But no, I definitely don't think they need a refresh. I think Tesla's on the right track. And just keep this, you know, the way it is. Do some minor updates to the interior where you'll spend most of your time anyway because you're rolling around. And this is where you'll be. Keep the outside pretty much the same and go from there. I appreciate every single one of you. Thanks for watching. And don't forget, the Model X is the best. I mean, Cobra told you. All right, y'all.